everyone, and welcome back to the English Conversation Studio. I'm your host, Anna, and I'm absolutely buzzing to be here with you all today.
And hi there, everyone. It's Alex here, equally excited. Today, we're diving into a topic that's not only incredibly effective for learning English, but also super enjoyable: the power of storytelling.
That's right, Alex. Forget boring grammar drills for a moment. We're going to explore how the magic of stories can truly unlock your English and make your learning journey so much more engaging.
Why is storytelling so important? So, Anna, let's get straight to it. Why exactly is storytelling such a game changer when it comes to learning English?
That's a fantastic question, Alex. Well, first and foremost, stories make learning memorable. Think about it. Do you remember a list of vocabulary words you memorized last week? Or the plot of a captivating movie you watched?
Definitely the movie. Stories just seem to stick with you, don't they?
Exactly. Stories provide context, which helps us understand how words and grammar are used naturally. They're not just abstract rules anymore, floating in space. You see them in action.
And it's not just about remembering. Stories also make learning so much more engaging and fun. Let's be honest, it's much more enjoyable to follow a thrilling narrative than to grind through endless grammar exercises.
Absolutely. Plus, stories expose us to different accents, speaking styles, and cultural nuances, which is crucial for developing well-rounded English skills. You start to get a real feel for the language as it's actually spoken.
So, to sum up, we're talking about better memory, understanding context, more fun, and a deeper cultural understanding.
That sounds like a pretty powerful combination.
Couldn't agree more, Anna. Now, our listeners might be wondering, what kind of stories are we talking about? It's not just bedtime stories, right?
That's right. While a good bedtime story can be helpful at any age, the possibilities are truly endless. We can learn from so many different types of narratives. Let's explore a few, shall we? Absolutely. Let's start with fairy tales and fables. Think of classics like Cinderella or The Tortoise and the Hare.
These stories often have simple language and clear moral lessons, which makes them easier to follow for beginners.
Plus, the repetitive structures can really help solidify basic grammar.
Great point, Anna. And then we have short stories.
Short stories are fantastic because they come in a huge variety of themes and writing styles. You can find them online or in books, and they're often more manageable in length so you don't feel overwhelmed.
Pay attention to how the author describes the characters and the setting. That's great vocabulary building.
Exactly. And let's not forget news articles and reports. While they might seem a bit more advanced, starting with simpler news stories is a fantastic way to stay informed and learn vocabulary related to current events.
Focus on identifying the main facts and how the story unfolds.
And of course, a personal favorite for many, movies and TV series.
Watching movies and TV shows in English is a fantastic way to immerse yourself in the language. Start with subtitles in your native language if you need to, then switch to English subtitles, and eventually try watching without them.
Pay attention to informal language and those tricky English idioms.
Oh, and don't underestimate the power of personal stories.
Sharing your own experiences in English, even simple ones, helps you practice speaking and build confidence.
And listening to others share their stories can expose you to different ways of expressing ideas.
So we've got fairy tales, short stories, news, movies, TV series, and personal anecdotes. Lots to choose from.
How to learn with stories. Now, Anna, our listeners are probably eager to know how to actually learn with these stories.
You're right, Alex. So here are some practical tips on how to make the most of storytelling in your English learning journey.
First off, choose stories that genuinely interest you. If you're bored, you're less likely to stay engaged.
Anna, pay attention to informal language and those tricky English idioms.
Definitely. And when you're engaging with a story, try to read and listen actively.
If you have a transcript, read along as you listen. This helps you connect pronunciation with the written word.
Another crucial tip is to focus on vocabulary in context. Don't stop every time you see a new word.
Try to guess its meaning from the surrounding sentences. Then, after you finish the story, go back and look up the words you weren't sure about.
Write down new words and interesting phrases in a vocabulary journal.
And this is a really great one. Retell the stories in your own words.
After you've read or listened to a story, try to summarize it, or even just a small part of it, to a friend, or even to yourself.
This helps you internalize vocabulary and sentence structures.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to discuss stories with other English learners.
Join a book club, an online forum, or simply chat with a language partner about a story you both enjoyed.
This is fantastic speaking practice.
And finally, remember to be patient and have fun.
Learning a language takes time, and storytelling should be an enjoyable part of the process.
Don't get discouraged if you don't understand everything right away. Just keep going.
Exactly. Now, to really bring this to life, how about we share some examples?
Some little snapshots of people who successfully learned English through storytelling.
Love that idea. Let's paint a picture for our listeners. Imagine Sarah, who found traditional grammar lessons incredibly dry.
She decided to start reading simple English novels just for fun.
And you know what? Little by little, her vocabulary expanded naturally.
She began to understand complex sentence structures almost intuitively just by following the flow of the stories.
That's fantastic. And now think about David.
David really wanted to improve his speaking skills.
He started watching his favorite TV shows in English and actively tried to mimic the dialogues.
Over time, his pronunciation and fluency improved dramatically.
And he even picked up some cool slang you wouldn't find in a textbook.
Immersive storytelling. These stories really highlight how immersive and effective storytelling can be. It's not just about passively consuming content.
It's about actively engaging with narratives. So, to recap, we've learned that storytelling is a powerful tool.
It makes learning memorable, contextual, and fun.
And we explored different types of stories and practical tips on how to use them effectively.
Now, for this week's challenge, find a short story in English that truly interests you. It could be a fairy tale, a news article, or even a scene from your favorite movie.
Read it or listen to it and identify at least 3 new words or phrases.
Then, try to use them in your own sentences.
And please do share your progress with us on social media. We'd absolutely love to see what you're learning and cheer you on.
Thank you so much for tuning in to English Conversation Studio today.
We hope you found this episode helpful and inspiring.
Join us next time when we discuss essential English idioms and how to use them naturally.
Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes packed with tips and tricks.
Happy learning, everyone!
See you next time in the next lesson.
Goodbye, everyone.